Everyone, I'm Alexandria Adams, and we are talking about preparing you for spring break travel. I know a lot of families out there maybe haven't gotten it done yet, but don't worry, there's still some time and there's still deals available. I actually spoke to, I would say, a guru of sorts when it comes to flying out of our Nashville International Airport pretty cheaply. She actually has that name in her title. It is called Nashville Cheap Flights. Andrea Giordano is the expert on this, and I want you to hear the conversation we had about some of the deals that are out there. You are the guru, I would say, for all things getting those cheap flights, the best deals that are out there, especially when it comes to leaving the Nashville International Airport. Andrew, can you kind of talk us through what people can expect for some of those spring travel deals?
Sure. I'm really excited about a lot of the spring travel opportunities that are out there. Whether that be over spring break or spring in general, we are really living in the golden age of cheap flights to Europe. As BNA, we've never seen prices this low before, so I'm really excited about those. But overall, it's going to be a very busy travel time for a lot of families or educators who are getting out for spring break, but also anybody who's just interested in traveling. I always say spring is an amazing time to travel.
Yeah. What are people coming to you with questions? Where are they wanting to go?
Well, people, there's the traditional getting away to the beach. And so I share options like that with them. Some of the warm weather destinations I'm sharing with them, like 190 to Phoenix round trip. We have a brand new nonstop with Frontier that's very exciting. Or a really affordable place to go in the Caribbean is Puerto Rico. You don't need a passport, but also it's sub $200 if you want to fly in April or May. And that's the only place in the Caribbean that you can do that. So there's a lot of places that are warm weather, but then a lot of people are excited about these Europe flights that are so cheap. Starting in the 300s, you can fly to Stockholm, Sweden in March through May, either on Delta or with Iceland Air. So there's so many great options out there.
Is that round trip?
That's round trip, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Spring break, couple weeks away, especially for a lot of families out there. Are there any last minute deals that you're seeing that some of those families out there that they may want to take advantage of?
Sure. Last minute deals. I love the option to go to Denver, Colorado. It's a really great place to do some family hikes. My family and I did that a couple fall breaks ago. And you're looking at between $88 to 172, depending on when your spring break is. But also Orlando is a really good affordable option for families. If you haven't booked flights yet, you can go for as low as $92 round trip, either on Frontier or Spirit. I love the nonstop to Las Vegas, not because I'm a gambler, but because you can go to all those national parks that are nearby in southern Utah. So those are some really great affordable options I would mention.
And when you're talking about these deals that are out there, obviously you mentioned some incredible ones. Is it better to book closer to the date to try and get those better deals or further out?
So I think with domestic deals, the sweet spot is usually at about 2 months. If you're looking 2 to 3 months ahead of time, that's when a lot of these, especially budget airlines, are rolling out their sales. Southwest does the same thing. When they run a sale, they only run it about 2 to 3 months out in advance. If you wait a month or less before that date, you're actually going to see those start to tick up. So I always say 2 to 3 months for domestic, and then for international, it can be anywhere from 2 to 6 months in advance.
Okay. And what are some of those, maybe those who don't have kids that say, hey, we want to go on a little vacay too during the springtime? What are you suggesting for those people?
I mean, I love a solo trip. Even though I'm married with 3 kids, I still identify as somebody who wants to get out there and see the world on my own. I just came back from Hawaii where I did that on my own. But I think Europe, I always just kind of chase the cheap flights, and really Europe is such a great place to go if you are on your own or a couple, or even if you want to just get a girl group together and go. Europe is such a great place to do that because we are looking at the 300s and 400s to do that.
Wow. Andrew, these are such great, helpful tips. I want to look at some stuff too, because now you've got kind of me with this travel fever. Can you tell us anything else that I may have missed out on?
Sure. I just want to give a few spring break travel tips. I would just say if you have not booked your flights yet for spring break, now is the time. They are only increasing every single day. And so make sure you're jumping on those. If you had in the back of your mind that you wanted to go somewhere for spring break, go ahead and do that. I would also say during spring break time and any of these kind of school vacations, traffic at the airport is going to be more intense. It's going to be heavier traffic and longer TSA lines. So make sure you get there plenty early. We're not the same small airport that we used to be. And I would also say one last tip is to pack light to save on baggage fees. All of these airlines now, they are charging for these individual bags. And so you want to make sure if you pack light, it actually it's less of a burden, but also it saves you a lot of money.
Yeah, certainly so. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Sure, you can find me at NashvilleCheapFlights.com. You can join my email list for only $7 a month. I send the very best deals out of BNA. Or you can find me on Instagram. I'm at BNA Cheap Flights.
All right, you heard it there. That is Andrea with B&A Cheap Flights. I actually have her Instagram pulled up. This is actually how I found her. B&A Cheap Flights is where you can find her handle there. And then, of course, her website. I'm going to pull that up for you. You can take a look at that as well. It is a subscription-based thing that she has going on here as far as wanting to look into more of those deals. She does share some of them here on Instagram and, of course, on her website. But if you want more deals, she does send those out as well. So, again, she says now is the time. If you have not booked flights already, is to do so now if you're wanting to travel in the next couple weeks with your family for somewhere for spring break. Again, that is her page, B&A Cheap Flights.